I see you've come back for your daily dose of dingo. Well, you can find this and more alliteration over at my Twitch. Right there. Enjoy the video. Sounds great. 4 or 5 Titan players in the 12-person event. Yeah, if that's the type of meta you're playing in, then mono black will be better. But if you're not playing in that meta, then blue black's probably a little bit better. I've been pretty impressed by blue black coffers. Can I get the Murktide command in chat? DRC, Bauble, Surveil, draw a card, upkeep. Goodbye, DRC. You served me well. I just want to play against the Bean deck and see how well we do against the Bean deck. I think the Bean deck's going to be the hard matchups for the Murktide. No, it looks like it is a Bean deck, so we're about to find out. They can fetch around Blood Moon, and we're not playing Narset. So I think it's going to be a pretty tough matchup. Nor do I think I don't even think Narset's very good against them in general. Obviously, it stops one set of their bean triggers, but they have so many answers for Narset. Yeah, we have a couple Spell Snares. At least we should in this build. Yeah, we got 2. Oh, they're doing nothing? A whole lot of nothing? This might be a mistake here, because if they counter this, then they can untap and play whatever. Yep. Well, I will scry for a land anyways. 2 lands. Bottom, top. I'll take a Subtlety. As much as it pains me. Yeah, Spell Snare does need a full art. I'm kind of surprised that card has like never gotten a reprint with different art. I don't even know if it's gotten a reprint, period. Bean? You're telling me these beans can talk? Not having any pressure here is a little bit awkward. Maybe I'd rather do this. Not have the Preordain, but instead hold up Counterspell. It's probably a little bit better, right? I don't think Narset's worth it, but I've also never tried Narset against the Bean deck, so I can't say. I'm just gonna let this go. I will say, so far, this does not feel great. I don't think it's worth countering the Omnath. It does replace itself, which is annoying. But I think I need to save my Counterspell for a higher priority target. Something like Bring Delight. I feel like if they're playing Watery Grave, they're probably playing Bring Delight. They have kind of a funky mana base over there. Is this said Bring Delight? This is a Teferi. Was he playing Counterspells in this list? I don't remember if he was playing counterspells or not. I also didn't check how many cards they had in their starting deck. Yeah, Bring to Life for Valky. Puts Teferi on top. I probably need to counter that Teferi. Back on the way down. Might be able to out-tempo them here. We have the Bolt, which is putting him to essentially 6, and then we have 2 counterspells to try to protect this DRC, get across for 3 more points, and then another Bolt will do it. We'll see if we can tempo him. I don't have the highest of hopes. If I get 2 Surveils, if I have to Spell Pierce also. Graveyard. Tap land. Dang, Ragavan only puts him to 1. I'm still gonna dash it though. Bring to Light. If I have Bring to Light, I can pierce it still. They probably can't play another untap land because they can't shock and they can't fetch. Unless they have a basic in hand. Might have an Omnath. That Spell Pierces on turn 8. Okay, I remember how I was talking about how good Spell Pierce was last league. I think we're just seeing that again. Spell Pierce just being busted. Kind of wild. And they scooped. Blood Moon seems very, very good against their build. Also taking the Ledger Shredders because they're not a Bowmaster deck. Force of Negation doesn't seem terrible. Hey, Gyarados. It's going. It's going. I cut the Considers. I think I want the Spell Snares, excuse me. The Spares. And then maybe like 2 Ragavans out. And a Murktide. Ragavan's a lot worse on the draw. I imagine they're going to have Ren and 6. Surprised that Murktide's down to 17 lands. It's wild. So I remember the argument used to be for like 18 versus 19 lands, but now with Preordain, you could just go all the way down to 17. Pretty sweet though. It means you just flood out less. 10's pretty good too. It's kind of relying pretty heavily on this Force of Negation though. I do like both of these. I'm actually going to top both of them. Ifuma. Bean time. I wonder if I'm supposed to force this bean or just let it go. I'd probably let it go. Part of me really does want to force the bean. But I think there's better things to be forcing. It's kind of interesting, though, to see how this game would have played out had I forced it versus how it plays out if I don't force it. Another force. I'm gonna go Ledger Shredder DRC and then probably bin Murktide or Lightning Bolt. If they even let this resolve. Now we have the Force backup for whatever, like, Teferi shenanigans they want to play this turn. I think I'm gonna force this. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to force the first bean and not the second bean. Part of me feels like they might be stuck on land drops, though. They are stuck on land drops. I don't know why I got that feeling that they were stuck on land drops, but it just kind of seemed like they were. So, Leyline Binding would be the best thing that they have here. Pitch Elementals are okay. Kind of a mild inconvenience. Another bean that's eating a counterspell. I would have taken a land, but now that I don't need Counterspell plus Murktide, I don't think I need to take that land anymore. Murktide plus Murktide, though. Six, go. Yeah, we played that Bean Tide. It was Rug, Bean, Delve. Was playing Hooting Mandrills and Hearth Elemental. My opponent has disconnected. It wasn't very good, but it was a lot of fun. The Sultan Bean or Sultai. Playing Simic. The problem with Simic is that you have no removal. They have returned. I wish Simic had real removal. It'd make that archetype so much better. Actually kind of cool with the Spell Pierce on top. They went bin the Spell Snare. Oh, another EI. Well, don't mind if I do. Yeah, I think Bean and Ring in the same deck can be a little bit much, but at the same time, the Ring's busted. So. The Ring's just too good. Too good not to play. Well, both the Ring and Bean are better in multiples. So I think you just want to be playing 4 of each. Because Bean at its worst, it cycles. I guess at its absolute worst, it causes you to deck yourself. Which is, obviously the absolute worst case scenario. Most of the time, it's just cycling. And that's probably good enough to make it a 4 of. Yeah, if you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I'm just looking for red removal. I could also just play a Preordain and then jam a Murktide. I think I'm kind of down for that. Preordain into Murktide and just have a fast clock. Two, three, land, so it's a 6/6. They make a construct, untap, make a construct. Get a Shadow Spear or something. As long as they don't put a hammer and a Shadow Spear on the construct this turn, which they might if they have a Pure Steel Paladin. I suppose the Pure Steel Paladin actually forces me to jump this. Not a Pure Steel. Yeah. It's so bad for me. I give up. Ragavan can get out. I want Ledger Shredder. I can trim a Counterspell. I don't know, this build has Annul in it, so I guess we're playing Annul. Annul's kind of sweet. This has always been Murktide's, like, really bad matchup. I always dreaded playing the Hammer matchup as a Murktide player. Back when I used to grind a lot of Murktide. So if you ever tap out and you're like, oh, I can't lose. Then you lose. No, this is my last league. If we even make it all the way through this league. I might resolve a Sanctifier here. Gingerbrute, sure. Giver, yup. Only cowards and me. I just realized we have snow-covered islands. So if anybody ever brings in Break the Ice against me, it's gonna make me want to drop the league. On the spot. Those people playing Ice Fang Codal. All one of them. All one person left in the entire world. Yeah, we're tapping out. Time to die. I don't know if I want this Blood Moon, but I guess I'll float it for a little bit. This doesn't mean that they're not dead now. Bonk. Game 3. Running back, I think I like how we sideboarded. This hand's bait. This hand will just straight up lose to an Esper Sentinel. Got a mulligan it. I don't like Force against them. It always feels like it lines up too poorly. Especially since Stoneforge Mystic can just cheat stuff into play. Like I just want to be on an abundance of red removal. Maybe it's better than Counterspell though. Glad I didn't keep that first hand. I don't know if I'm supposed to heat the Pure Steel Paladin or the Esper Sentinel there, but it's probably the Pure Steel Paladin. Yeah, Plains Unknown in hand. I take a few more hits from this Esper Sentinel. I might dress it down at end step, just so I can untap and cast spells without being taxed. Never mind. I would rather spell pierce that Nettle Cyst. Any day of the week. I'm just gonna keep chilling. I'm about to ban the word Stormbreath Dragon in chat. I actually think I counter this. Which looks a little weird, but I'm really light on red removal right now. Go Island Preordain. Try to find more expressive iterations. Alright, well, it's all coming together. Turns out, if you want Murktide to be good, you just dodge all the Bowmaster matchups, no problem. I'm actually gonna put that on top. I have nothing. Kind of crazy how hard they flooded out this game. They might have Solitude. Just a bunch of Surge of Salvations. I don't think I want Blood Moon. I'll take Stern Scolding. Stern Scolding is a-okay. The planes at the end. Very mismatching planes. I can't feel sorry for them because they're a hammer player. Not only just because of their planes. Alright. Just gave up. We're kind of speedrunning this league, so we'll see if we have time to finish it. Yeah, you flooded pretty hard. Must be nice. Good games. Good games. This hand's really nice, too. Boop, boop. Little bit, DRC, Surveil, Bauble. Sleep. Wake me up when it's over. Fire Ice. Is it Rhinos? Yeah, it's Rhinos. Should have a good Rhinos matchup. Keyword should. I think I was supposed to bin that fetch land and just like try to look for another one. I consider now turns on Delirium. We ended up 4-1. We 4-1 with Zoo Scam, we 4-1 with Blue Black Coffers. So now it's our time to 4-1 with Murktide. I had to consider to turn on Delirium. Otherwise, I was gonna just attack for 1 instead of 3. And I think clocking the Rhino's opponent is probably pretty important. I think I just pass here. Stuck on 2. Bad Luck Bandit. Here to steal everybody else's bad luck. The only time Spell Snare is going to be relevant in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and assume they're going to resolve Rhinos because they have Force of Negation anyways, so I'm just going to EI. And play Murktide? I think and play Murktide. Again, assuming that they have Force of Negation and that countering back was not going to do anything. I think trying to kill them here probably a little bit more valuable. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sucks. I shouldn't have. I meant to put it on the bottom. I didn't mean to put it on top. Hopefully we don't get punished for that. I have another one in my hand. There's no reason for me to put it on top. I guess I could now pitch Murktide to Force of Negation. And then just draw another one anyways. think they have a flame in their hand still. No. Stop it. Bottom. Now we're probably dead. So many subtleties. So actually, if I had counterspelled, they didn't have any Force of Negations, but they had 3 copies of Subtlety in their hand. Wild to me. I have to rip an Unholy Heat. Oh, that's what dreams are made of. SORCERY. There's just like no way I can maintain Delirium here. But I do have to play this Murktide and trade off with the Rhino, which sucks. I thought they had a Flame on top, but I think they shuffled the Flame away, so I wanted to make a 6/6 Murktide. I can't heat the Giant. Heating the Giant will kill me. Seems like a bad time. Well, that also seems like a bad time, so... Scoop. I just didn't play around 3 copies of Subtlety. Take the extra force, take out Subtlety, Flusterstorm. Ledger Shredder. Mystical Dispute could be okay. Bolt can come out. And maybe a Bauble. Oh yeah, I guess Spell Snare can come out. Spell Snare's worse. Good call, good call. Forgot about that. Classic Rhino's Conundrum. How are they gonna murder me? Answer was badly. Always with the dead gone. That should be our good matchup, whereas Hammer was our bad matchup. Looks like we're gonna get opposite outcomes. How are they gonna murder me, and now why are they gonna murder me? I know. Just such inconsideration. Oh, I don't think I can... You know what? I shouldn't have I should have played this in case they ice me. I think they would have iced me on upkeep if they had it, though. They seem to be an upkeep icer. I don't think I do anything this turn. Debating it, but I don't think I do anything. I think I just pass. Guess I could have played out that Bauble. I played out that Bauble. Could be interesting. Ledger Shredder's so good in this matchup, it's insane. It's like, oh, nice Rhinos. Mind if I grow? Minor inconvenience. I think I just pass. Kinda don't want to take 6 damage. I'm probably winning the race if I do. Seems like a lot of damage to take. I don't know if I was supposed to keep the other Ledger Shredder on top, but I'm kind of assuming they're going to bounce something. They bounce it, and I get to go Ledger Shredder plus... I just go Murktide Counterspell instead. Then next turn I can go like Shredder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Hoping for no bounce spell. Next turn I go Shredder, and then Connive. I have a Fury. You cost 3. Yeah, I have 3 mana. I had 2 mana. They actually baited me with that Fury. I don't know if they still have a Fury in hand. But... to attack the Fury... I think I have to pass here. I don't think I'm allowed to attack. I only did have a Fury. It's really bad for me. I'm actually just dead, right? Yeah, I'm just dead. That sucked. I think that's supposed to be our good matchup. But not having engineered explosives and not having chalice really hurts. DRC go. Gonna have to trade off with this Ragavan. If they bow, then I'm gonna have to subtlety the bow. Imagine they take the subtlety. They could take something else. They took the Murktide. Actually, a super representative sample of the meta. 4-color hammer, rhinos, and scam. BNR predictions, nothing. Welcome to Modern. Enjoy your stay. I don't know if I want that Spell Snare or not. I gave him a Preordain. If they really want to cast a Preordain with Dothy, that's fine. And they kind of can't Fury me because of the subtlety, which is nice. It's fine. Don't have any card draw anyways. Red removal, lightning bolt. Actually, I think I'm gonna pass here. And just have him dead in the air plus lightning bolt. Fury. Not magical. Leave it be. I might counterspell this. Now I have to answer their board instead of just like killing them. I wonder if they're gonna counterspell this. Decide not to. Such an interesting spot. Because Dothi is counterspell right now. Walking counterspell. And they have to counterspell Subtlety, otherwise they die to it. They don't have to counterspell, they can bolt it. Counter it. Another Subtlety. What am I dead to? 1, 2, 3. I'm just playing a Murktide. Trying to leave Delirium in here. I'm dead to Bolt. Oh, I can't beat Bowmaster. I can. I only have one card in hand, so they can't have removal plus Bowmaster. I discarded a Fury. This Fury doesn't win him the game. Fury will put me to 1 and then leave him dead. Alright, dress down, Hearse. Even though I think Hearse kind of sucks in this matchup a little bit. I think I just take the forces out. Just a bit like this. Dead to natural causes at 2. Dead to peacefully in his sleep. Leyline of the Void. Yep. Dothi. Red removal. Okay. Piece of red removal. Ask and ye shall receive, I suppose. The game's bad luck. It's too many subtleties for me. I was like playing around Force of Negation, so I didn't counter your Violent Outburst, and then you ended up having like 3 copies of Subtlety, and I was like, damn, should have countered it, I guess. So hard to know. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that Preordain in my hand. I don't have very many win conditions with this leyline being out. I have to win via like Subtlety and not ideal ways. One does nothing. Powerful. I don't know what's in their hand. Maybe Furious times a million. Multiple ley lines, maybe. I don't know. I just think it's a bunch of Furies. Or Fable, playing around Spell Pierce. Ain't a fire. Subtlety never feels good. Not even here. Oh, well, I guess we get bailed out by Dress Down. Sorry, I guess I just get bailed out. So I was gonna say, that's gonna be an issue next turn. But yeah, I probably should let the Fury resolve in hindsight. Our opponent kept the ley line and then nothing impactful, I guess. Bold strategy. Alright, chat, will we 4-1? For the 3rd time today. What decks have I played today? I played Scam, Zoo, and Blue-Black Coffers. Alright, lost to Rhinos. 3x4-1s after some rest. Correlation? Probably. I'm sure I burnt myself out of Magic super hard. So I think taking the day off was probably the best. Alright. I don't know if I was supposed to go DRC or Ragavan on one. Humans? Ranger Captain. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Iliad? Oh, I'm going upstairs. just gonna try to murder them before any of this Heliod nonsense becomes relevant. Bauble, Pure Snare. I don't think I want Force of Negation either. Collected Company on top, which I'm gonna steal, hopefully. Oh, more Wub songs. Murktide, go. I still have Spell Snare up too. Nice Cauldron of Souls. Wouldn't it be a shame if it stopped existing? Got snared? Or it's not quite. I mean, that does put lethal on board, I guess. But I think they're gonna violence something to block the Ragavan. Lethal seems good. Big fan of lethal. Bonk. React champion. The Ragavan's natural predator. I mean, I might still die here. They have Spike Feeder plus Heliod, I'm dead. Oh, it's not Heliod. That was Heliod, I would have died. Alright, Ragavan, you're fired, buddy. You suck. Rest down, Ledger Shredder. Scolding? Scolding seems fine. Even if they have Aether Vial. Blood Moon's kind of a wild card. I don't think I want Blood Moon. Could take the Hearse to stop the Cauldron shenanigans. Spell Pierce seems pretty bad as well. They probably wanted to scare me, thinking that they were going to Violent Heliod. I don't think I want... I don't think I want Spell Pierce. I definitely don't want Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm, just for Collected Company, has got to be the most narrow answer ever. That's just going to sit there and rot in my hand most of the time. Your impromptu naps. Imagine just ruining your sleep schedule by taking naps throughout the day. Couldn't be me. Certainly wouldn't be me. Pull up Spell Snare here. Maybe some people in this chat, but not me. Maybe some people. Guys have 2 Aether Vials. This is why I misengineered explosives. I don't think I want this. It's like somewhat tempting, but because they have 2 Aether Vials, probably can't justify it. Halfling. Something to snare. I probably did want that dress down. But I think more importantly, I just want to turn on Delirium and start attacking him. I can do with Preordain. Bird Lawyer. Could take shields down on the counterspell. And play Bird Lawyer into Preordain. I have 2 Aether Vials going up to 3. Other options, Preordain and Murktide, or Preordain and hold up Counterspell. I'm just going to start with the Preordain and see. I'm just going to hold up Counterspell. I don't think it's going to be good here. But I might as well hold it up. Because they could cast Cauldron, but they could make it uncounterable. So there's nothing I don't think that I care about too much that they're not going to cast uncounterably. So holding up this Counterspell is probably not necessary. But if I didn't want to hold up Counterspell, then I should have definitely just played the Ledger Shredder out. They could have Collected Company, and that's the reason to hold up Counterspell. That was my turn 3. I cannot cheat on Magic Online and play a 4th land on turn 3. I could try, though. They cast this without the Halfling. In paper, I could cheat. I've done it before. I have 1 card left in hand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think search is going to be relevant. Do you have anything to leave you just not Dobbs? Probably not, right? Spike Reader kills me. Conceding kills them. Alright, 3 4-1s in a row today. Not too shabby. I think we played pretty alright today. Minus maybe against that one match where I misclicked the Watery Grave with blue-black coffers.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.